morning, everyone. It's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. Today I'm going to be using products that need so much more love in my collection, and I'm going to be inspired by the Chanel Healthy Glow Winter Glow. So if you're interested in what I come up with, please keep watching. So it is freezing cold where I live right now. It is wind chill advisory, single digit temperatures. I need to get outside, but I don't really want to. So I just thought that I would continue to be inspired by the Chanel Beige Healthy Winter Glow look. And I have done a version of this look before, but I figured I am really excited to get back into my Viseart shades after doing my video last week on the sort of duping the vibes of the Eclat de Nuit. So I wanted to dupe the vibes of the Beige Quint that came out, the eyeshadow palette in Cool. And I've heard different things. I've heard that some people absolutely love it. It is their new favorite. And I've also heard it doesn't work for people. I've heard that shade, that one special shade in there, it's either like a unicorn color or it's just weird and doesn't really do anything for you. So I don't really feel the need to invest $70 in it to find out, especially when I have really beautiful alternatives in my Viseart shades. And the point of this video is not to tell you that, oh, don't go out and buy the Chanel eyeshadow palette, you're a bad person if you do. And it's also not to tell you, oh, go out and buy 300 Viseart palettes because they're the best things ever. That's not what this is about. It's just about using the things that I have in my collection, in the things that make my collection so versatile, and hopefully inspiring you to go into your collection and see what you have. And if you don't, go ahead and buy the Chanel Quint if you want. It's up to you. Spend your money how you want. But I just want to be inspired by the look instead of just running out to go buy the next new thing. I love Chanel. I love purchasing from Chanel. I love getting a Chanel package in the mail, and I just don't need to do it with every single little drop that they do. So that's what this is about. All right, all that aside, let's get into the look. So like I said, I am inspired by the Beige Healthy Winter Glow. I'll try to put up a better picture over here or over here, but this is my iPad, and you can see this is the Beige Healthy Winter Glow campaign. And this look is absolutely beautiful and inspiring, and I'm really inspired by the little touch they have right here of like, there's just this little like snowy winter liner here, and I really love that. And you can see the eye, it kind of ranges from like a purple to like a nice warm redder tone on the inside, or maroon. So I've been trying to think of some alternatives to get that look, and I've been doing some looks all week before I go to work, just trying to sort of get the vibe of that shade, if not necessarily, like I said, a dupe of that shade. And I found some really good alternatives, so I want to show them to you. Here's my giant Viseart palette. This is full of my Petite mattes. Quite a few of these ones over here are from the Petite Mattes Cool. And I found that this one here and this one here both work really. This one in the crease, just like a nice little line over the crease, and then this one all over the lid. So beautiful together. So this lighter one here is Lilac. This one is from the Petite Mattes Cool. This one is called Foxglove, and it is from the Viseart Petite Pro 2, the second Petite Pro that they came out with. But I found these two really nice together, and they lean, again, the Petite Mattes Cool obviously leaning cool, and then this one leaning a little bit maybe warm but more neutral. And they just work really well together to kind of mimic that look but give you that more purple vibe than like a maroon vibe. The topper shades for that beautiful like unicorn topper shade, you have shades like Wink from the Viseart Violette Étendue, which is, it's a silver tone duochrome shimmer. And you layer it on, and if you layer it on over that lilac shade, you can just see the beautiful violet glitters in this. but it's really, really stunning. I'm not sure if you can see the shift in there, but it shifts from a silver to like a really light, almost pink, but really, really beautiful. There are also shimmers from the Petite Mattes, or no, from the Petite Shimmers Koi. This was the one that came out last summer, and it's just their Koi palette. I've rearranged it here, but it's just their Koi palette in the smaller petite form. So you've got this one right here called Gin, which is more closer to the one I just showed you from the Violette palette. It's a little bit denser, and then you have this one called Tycho, which is more of a white but sheer base with a lot of pink in it. You've got Tycho right here, and then underneath it, you've got Gin. But those are beautiful. They both work well as a topper, and then use something to sort of intensify it under the lash line. And I think it would look really beautiful. Another really good Viseart palette that I think in total would really dupe the Cool palette is this one right here. This is the Midsommer. This has been out for a while. It's really beautiful. It comes in this beautiful burgundy packaging with this like sort of old English style lettering on it. It is one of their Petite Pro palettes, so you know it folds out with the little mirror here and you get 8 shades. But I think that this palette would really dupe the vibes in total if you just wanted one thing all in one package, to dupe that Chanel palette, because you have the sort of, again, this palette leans more neutral to me, at least on my skin tone it does, but you have this really nice purpley maroon shade here, right there, which you could put in the crease. You have sort of these deeper brownie mattes down here. And it's a sort of lean purple brown. And then you have the shimmers in here. This one right here is the duochrome shade, and this is absolutely stunning. This does so beautifully as that little shade under the eye. And then you have this one right here, which is just a really beautiful inner corner shimmer, beautiful topper, just so pretty. And again, I don't know that the tones are exactly the same, but I think that they are very, very close to what is going on in that Cool palette, because even though it's called Cool, I don't think it leans incredibly cool. I think it leans a little bit warm in places, and I think you can get the same kind of look in here. And again, I'm not telling you you need to go out and buy Midsommer, like that's not what I'm telling you. I'm just saying if you happen to have this one in your collection, or if you're looking for like a lower priced alternative, I believe these are, what are these, $30, something like that. If you're looking for a lower priced alternative in excellent quality, Viseart works for me. I am going to actually start with a brow pencil. So I have done my skincare, my sunscreen. I've also put a layer of that mud masky, which is a leave-on winter mask that you put on to sort of counteract the effects of the cold. If you take a really good look at this, again, you can see that there is a very strong brow in this look, and sort of, again, it's just that winter flush look. I wouldn't say it's minimal makeup, but I think it's sort of missing those elements of like bronze and highlight and all that kind of stuff. And it's going with a very strong brow. So I am going to go into the Anastasia Brow Wiz, actually in medium brown. I just got this as a sample with a Sephora order that I recently made. And I do love this pencil. I haven't used it in a really long time, but I do enjoy it, and I like the deeper color on me. I think it just helps my brows to stand out against a look like this. So I'm just going to go in and fill in my brows with this medium brown. So just filling in and combing through with that deeper color, and as per usual, this side that I sleep on is Going to be a little bit wonky today. Oh well. A little bit unruly brow today, as per usual. And then just to start off with the base, before I go into eyes, I'm going to go into my Icy Beige, Le Beige Healthy Winter Glow Primer. Really been enjoying this stuff. I think it's really, really beautiful. And just leaves a nice, it smells so good, and it just leaves a nice hydrating base for me. It just feels so nice going on. Probably my favorite part of that collection is these primers, and well, I've only tried the one, but I really do enjoy this primer. And then going in and prepping my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Sigma Ignite primer. This has been working out really well for me lately with these Viseart shades. Some formulas it does not love, but it seems to work very well with Viseart. It's very brightening. And it has a drier texture, so you do have to be a little bit careful in the drier months. As you can see, my hands are cracking. I've definitely got dry parts on my eyes. That's just winter in the Midwest. Take care of your skin as much as possible. Wear sunscreen, do my skincare, moisturize, and it's still single-digit temperatures with wind chills below freezing, so there's not that much you can do to combat it, except just not go outside. And even then, you've got the heater, the air going on all the time, so you're drying out anyway. So I'm going to go into that top matte shade right here. And I'm just taking a Singe Beauty crease brush. This is the EO5, and I'm putting that in the crease just a bit above, and just real thinly, not too much. I say not too much, and inevitably I do too much, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But just kind of bringing it in a line here, bring it in a little bit on the outer V towards the lash. But just sort of setting up your eye to see that purple color, especially with the hooded eyes, you know, just putting it up a little bit up here. Making a bit of a nice little, not a halo eye, but like, you know, a halo around your eye. Singe Beauty brush really is like the perfect little crease brush for this, for me right now, for doing this kind of look. And you can see on my skin tone, this is leaning more pinky purple, which I'm cool with. And then I'm gonna go in with this sort of second lightest matte here, right here. I don't even think I've used or swatched this one. I got this as a gift from my sister, and it's a really beautiful, but I've mostly been focusing on the deeper tone, so I don't even know that I've used this shade before, but here we go. It's just a nice light pinky purpley shade. And I'm laying this down with an EO4 from Singe. I just really adore these brushes. They work really well for me and for my eye type. And then just using the same brush, I'm going to go into this matte shade over here. It's more of a brownish tint. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put it in the outer V, just to get a little bit of that brownie tone in there. I don't want to super disrupt, but you can just see there's like a little bit there. It's like in the photo. And I really, really like that. All right, that worked out. Okay, so then we can take a bit of this shimmer up here and just dab that. Just patting, not smearing or anything, just getting more of that sparkle in there. Because the look on top is really more minimal. There's not, like, there's emphasis on the crease and on the lower lash. So just doing this to bring a little bit of sparkle and light into it. And then to sort of intensify that lower lash line, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Intensifies Artistry wand. It's just like a silicone-y little pen that you put on to intensify the shades. And again, it works really, really well with the Viseart shimmers. So I'm just putting it under the lash line here. Not all the way, I'm not going all the way over, because that's not really what the vibe that I'm getting from this look. It kind of like goes in halfway. At least that's what it looks like to me. I think on one model it kind of goes all the way, but on the other it just looks more of like a highlight on the inner corner on the bottom. And then I'm going to go in with this pointed brush, and I'm going to go into the duochrome shade right here. Pinky purpley flip. And just going to put that right there. Oh, wow. Yeah. That is giving me the vibe. It's a little bit deeper and less frosty than the look on the Chanel website, but I'm getting that same unicorn flip vibe. Oh yeah, I think that's just like you turn your head right and you just see it. It's so pretty. Well, after I do concealer, I will top that up a little bit. And then I just want to go in real thin line with a black liner, real close to the lash line, nothing too winged out or anything. Just real close, but just to define the lashes. It helps intensify the purple a little bit. And then just take the smudger end and smudge it out a little bit. Just trying to define it against the purple. Okay, then we're going to go into my base. I'm going to go into my Beige Water Fresh Tint in light, 2 pumps. More like 1.5. New clean brush. And a little bit of concealer. It's looking really nice and smooth, no need to powder. Thank you so much if you've commented on how nice you think my skin looks. Just keep in mind, just remember guys, I'm working with 2 box lights here, and these box lights are doing a lot of work to smooth out this canvas on camera. So I really appreciate it when you say that. It's not professional lighting, but it's not, you know, it's not a table lamp either. It's doing a lot of work to like take out a lot of the wrinkles and all the stuff that's on my face. So if you looked at me real close up, you'd see all the dry spots, you'd see all the imperfections, you'd see the zits, the acne, the whatever. I do appreciate when you say that. It makes me feel really good. But just remember, what you see on camera is not necessarily what you see in real life. I just use my iPhone settings. I don't know if that has like a built-in filter on it. I know all sort of cameras, all sort of social media have some sort of filter on them. So just keep that in mind when you see me. My skin is absolutely not perfect. It's got all kinds of things going on with it. So again, thank you, but yes. And then I'm just gonna go in again with that shade and just top that liner up a little bit. All right, and then finish up the eyes, Chanel Noir Allure Mascara. And again, I think with this look, there's a very defined lash line, but very sort of sparse, not heavy lashes. And then for that winter glow, again, we're foregoing bronze and highlight. We're gonna go into the Beige Healthy Winter Glow Rose Polaire. And I've gotten to really enjoy this blush. I've kind of, you can see, I've kind of gotten through that first shiny layer, and I've been able to use this brush to sort of get in there. So this side is just completely messed up. Poor little snowflake, but, and I know this is supposed to be sort of a lighter blush, but I do like a little bit more pigmentation. And I find that after getting over that first sort of layer, it's much easier to get that and to use this brush. And I just like to go, see that? I just like to sort of go towards the back and sculpt up around the face. Not focusing on this, just focusing more on the sort of like wind blown, just come in from the slopes look. And I think that that pigmentation and that glow is really what I was hoping to get out of this. Like not super, super pigmented, but enough that you can tell. And I just think that makes a really beautiful glow around the face and is really the vibe of the Healthy Winter Glow look. Of course, we're gonna do a little on the nose. Beautiful. A little on the chin, because that's where if I actually skied, I don't know, I don't ski, I assume if I actually skied, I would be getting it right down the front of my face. Yes, after using this more, I have really come to enjoy it a lot more, and I think it looks really, really beautiful. I tend to go always heavier on one side than the other. I don't know, but anyway, I think it looks really just sort of windswept, glowy, pretty. I like it. And then to finish off with lips, I'm gonna go real simple. I'm gonna go into my Coco Baume, Rouge Coco Baume, and this is actually the one, this is not the one that I picked up with this collection. This is the one that I picked up with LeBlanc last year. This is in 930 Sweet Treat. I think you can still get this in some places, but this is a very pretty purpley tone. And it's not going to match the vibe of the look. The vibe of the look on the campaign is very minimal, very sheer, just very clear. This actually is very purple, and I love it with this look. I love it with this blush. I feel like this is very pigmented on my lips, and it has gotten a lot softer with use than it was when this was a very sort of matte balm when I first tried it, but the more that I use it, the more I get into it, the sort of balmier it gets. Like not fully as balmy as, again, the Guerlain or like a true lip balm, but this has gotten a lot nicer, a lot easier to use, a lot more hydrating, and I don't know why, but I just think that makes a really nice combination with this look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I put on my Chanel necklace and I put my hair down. So I am feeling like a little ice princess today, I guess. Not really, but I'm feeling glowy and pretty and shimmery and feeling very cold. I have to go out and get groceries. I don't want to. Again, duping the vibes from the Chanel Healthy Winter Glow collection. And I have one more thing that I just want to share with you. I was having a really crummy day earlier last week, walking home in freezing cold temperatures, just wanting to get home, and it was a bad day at work, and I just needed to get home, get through the cold. I just said, I'm just gonna get home, I'm gonna meditate, and I'm just gonna wish this day away. And I got home and I had two things sitting on my doorstep, and one of them was this. We see what that says? Yeah, I was not expecting this to show up on my doorstep. I opened it up and I saw this inside. and it was wrapped around this. And I got this little card, compliments of the house. Thank you for being a loyal Chanel client. And I had to do this without. My first Chanel snow globe. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. It just, I wasn't expecting it. I thought it might be a possibility because of how much I've spent on Chanel this year or last year. But just to have it arrive and so beautifully presented with a nice little note, to me this is part of the whole luxury experience and why I continue shopping with Chanel. I just wanted to share that, and I guess it just means I spend too much money, but also it's just one of those nice little touches, and it's beautiful and I love it, and it just lifted my spirits that day. It was just the perfect cap to a day where I just needed a little pick-me-up, and this was a big pick-me-up. So I hope you find time for little or big pick-me-ups in your life, little surprises. If you want to buy the Chanel Le Beige eyeshadow palette, do what you want. If you think that's a beautiful color story, go ahead. I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm just giving you an option. I'm giving you a vibe, and I am just trying to share a little bit from my collection, a little bit of what I'm inspired by recently, and just showing you how to make it your own. And I hope that that's what I'm doing. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome. All of them would be deeply, deeply appreciated. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.